Alrighty, hello everyone. Sorry for the long delay in when the stream started and when I actually came to talk. I was having problems with my phone, and it just would not load the chat, which is... My phone is how I read chat while I play, so I kind of need that to work. I also want to check something real quick before we start. So I'm just gonna try running a couple of commands in chat and see if they do anything or not. Okay, so apparently... Oh wait, the bot is working. Okay, so when people get here we can test that out a little bit more, but it's good to know that the bot is at least in the chat and somewhat functioning. I'll explain that more once more people get here. For now, we are going to finish off the rest of the characters that we haven't done yet in 100 Transcendence. I don't care if I fully beat the run with them or not, but I want to get like a decent run that at least makes it to the second to last boss. I think we're just going to go with good old S to start out with. Oops. Can't forget to water the plant, either. So the people we have left, I believe, is S, Rachel, Bullet, and that's it, actually. S, Bullet, and Rachel should... Oh, and Kokonoe. So I guess what we can do is we can do S, and then we can do one of the casters between Kokonoe and Rachel, and then we can do Bullet, which is another melee, and do the other caster. Then we'll have a back and forth between playstyles. I think I might actually need to switch profiles for S. I do like doing stuff with shadows with S, but it's harder to really pull off in Transcendence, unfortunately. The shadows just don't keep up. But we could just go into... We could start with shadows and then go into ice. Let's go dodging shadow, multiple shadows, shadow spike upgrade, and then... Oh wait. No, I can't run shadow conversion, because I don't have the base effect for it. So I'll just have to go dashing shadow, shadow puncture. Should be good. I am severely gimping this run, but it's better than running the same 3 tactic sets every time. I've ran light build a lot. I've ran standard Frostburst a lot, which I'm gonna build this into Frostburst anyways. But we'll at least have something different with it. Ooh, triple dash right off the bat. Can't ever complain about that. How much damage do these Shadow Punctures even do? It did one-shot that enemy. Why did it one-shot that enemy, actually? It's taking a long time to kill the others. Maybe the first one took fall damage somehow? Rest while dashing is nice to have. I don't want to... I'm probably going to hard reroll sometime before the first boss fight, but I don't need to reroll quite yet. You guys sit still for 2 seconds? Jeez. I'm getting tired of chasing them all around. We should be able to get Shadow Ice Spikes pretty quickly, too. Let me check on that, see if I need to max out Ice Spikes for it. Or shadows. I need to max Ice Spikes, so it will take longer. Yeah, it's actually going to give us directly up to all the Ice Spike upgrades immediately. Honestly, I don't know if that's the best thing I could be doing. It'd probably be better to be rolling into Frost Attack, but I'm not going to waste my rerolls unnecessarily early if I don't need to. Getting Ice Spikes out of the pool will make it easier to roll into Frost Attack later, too. As long as we get the potential we need, the first boss damage shouldn't be too bad, even if I don't have Frost. If I go... No, I don't go Legacy Hail. I might actually go Skill Hail at some point, just for the extra Frost stacks. Skill Hail is also not too bad at just unlocking big groups of enemies. It's nothing notable for bosses, but it helps for normal rooms. I could also go for lightning impulses on skill. That would improve the frost burst. Now here might be the point of where I spend some refreshes. There's a very specific... Well, I can DPS with this, technically. But there's a very specific upgrade that will be a lot of what S's DPS is. And that upgrade is the ability to spawn extra crests when you attack. Whoa! Accidentally dashed a second extra time there. Did that? I thought trap damage didn't count against perfect clears, but that wasn't a perfect clear. Maybe I took another piece of damage too that I just didn't realize. And here we go, this is exactly what we want. Universal attacks, more crests can be generated. Hello, Caro. Yeah, I'm really looking forward to the update, too. Yeah, if you go... The links are in the Mega Guide now, which, if you go down to the description, there will be a link to all my guides there. There's been, some of the files have been updated for Prisoner, some of them haven't. So, you still might need to unlock Prisoner on your own. Wow, we got 3 for 3 on potentials here. Nice. We got some decent potentials, too, out of it. Having crest attacks fully upgraded at this point is really nice. Her down attack, or her down skill crests are just such a good ranged option. Whoops. I mean, assuming I fire them in the right direction, at least. And don't try to use them when I'm out of MP. Oops. I tried to do something a little fancy there, but it just didn't play out. I wanted the crest to push him into the Lambda attack, but it didn't push enough. Galahad is very good if you're going for a specific Galahad build, but I feel like I misinput it too often and waste MP. Prisoner is the newest, not DLC character, but he is a, collab character. That's the name for it. He's from Dead Cells, if you know of Dead Cells. Very, very stupidly powerful character, and also kind of an insane one to play. If you want to play him, like, technically, he has 3 different weapon sets that he can switch between. If you haven't played since Icy, I think you also probably haven't played Bullet. Bullet's another DLC character. Also completely broken. I'll be playing her today at some point. Yep, they added Prisoner from Dead Cells as the next DLC after Icy. Other than that, we haven't got any more DLCs yet. Or not DLCs, but collabs yet. Ooh, that was close. Do I greed for a higher tier cold attack? I think it's fine. Just having it is more than enough. They've been buffing Ascensions a lot too, so it's easier to get things ascended than it used to be. Sort of. It's harder to find Ascensions themselves, but when you do get the Ascensions, they do more than they used to. They ascend multiple ranks at the same time. Prisoner gameplay is really cool. Unfortunately, they kind of have the same problem on him as every other character, where there's one move that you can just spam to win the game. So there's not really a need to do his weapon swapping things if you're not trying to be fancy. I think they put way too much power into one single backpack, and it makes the other two backpacks feel pretty underwhelming. But like I said, it is still just really fun to go crazy with all this weapon swapping. Yep, he's free. You just have to do a... You have to do a special stage to unlock him, like you do with Icy. It's a pretty fun stage, too, so they put a lot of work into it. Oh, we got Ice Spike respawn already. Wasn't expecting to get that so early, but should... Actually, no. Wait. Ice Spike respawn is Summoner, Shadow Ice Spike is Dash. So yes, we're fine to take both of them. And then I can go for Hail Cloud Ice Spikes as well, if I want to get silly with it. could also, instead of doing Hail Cloud Ice Spikes, I could go for Light Spear Icicles. That's not something I do too often. No potentials there, but we're doing okay. Not missed the freeze. Come on, please. Damn, didn't get him in the stun state yet. Me a quick second to be right back. I won't be long at all. Alright, sorry about that, I'm back. I realized I missed either Covenant or Black Market when I was at the first area. I think I took a potential instead of it. If it's a Covenant, I don't really mind missing it. If it's a Black Market, then it's a bigger issue. Black Market is basically where all the good stuff's at. Covenants are really too hit or miss for me, but I'll still take them just to check. There is a specific covenant that if I can get, it's pretty much a free win. And that's the covenant that makes dash tactics have no cooldowns. So I didn't talk about it yet, actually, but S actually has a secret synergy with Dash Shadows. Her Dash Shadows will create additional crests for you once you have the upgrade where dashing creates crests. Every time a shadow dashes, it creates its own crest, which is why I have so many, and why I'm able to just DPS enemies without even attacking most of the time. All I need to do is spam dodge, and I have enough crests to kill things. I took some real heavy damage there, though. Okay, here we go. We can pick up skill for light spears, and then get the frost light spears. Honestly, I'm thinking maybe the hail will be even better, though. I'll have to look at something. See if the frost light spears. I'm trying to remember if they do more damage than normal ones. Should be under Icicle. So the light spear will do 800, and then the frost will do 600. Let's try it out. My favorite character is probably between Icy and Lambda. It'd be really hard for me to pick between those two. I really like Jin as well, but the problem with Jin is that he's not fun at the beginning of the run, like Lambda and Icy are. Jin really needs to start getting up to high potential counts before I start having a lot of fun with him. That's not something you're always able to do during runs. Lambda was always, like, my favorite character by far until Icy came out, and then Icy is just so much fun to play. Yeah, S has a lot of fun air combos. I never not enjoy playing S, it's just I think I would probably get a little bit tired of her if I played her all the time. Come on, get out of there, dude. He's sitting down in the poison like a wussy. Not letting me fight him. Now we got the full combo. We can do the down skill in midair to get some height and do some distance damage. and then charge in with Gawain. It's my favorite thing to do on S. Gawain is just such a fun combo to do. The up plus action input is what that is. Does that conflict with anything else we need? I don't... Oh, wait. That will go to Legacy, so it's fine. A lot of people complain with Icy that she doesn't do enough damage, but she can do a lot of damage once you get used to playing her. She's a lot more, she requires a lot more input speed than other characters. That's for sure. Fortunately, I don't have any air cancels or anything right now, so Defiling Eye is just kind of pain. It's really not that hard to hit him still, though. I think I even got a perfect clear on him. Yep. S is probably the character I get the most perfect clears on to with bosses. Just because you're already dashing around so much as part of her basic gameplay, it's very easy to avoid attacks with him. We could do funny tactics, but I think the damage is way better. So this will do some glitchy stuff if you're close to having max without actually being full. You will, it'll give you some tactics that you don't have the second, or it'll give you some red tactics that you don't have the secondary requirements for. But since we are playing on Transcendence 100, I kinda gotta go with the better option. Can't really pass up on 75% attack bonus. Should be 75, right? Yes. Because Omnipotence is based on how many different elements you have. I wish they would clarify that. And not just say for every type of tactic, they should say for every element of tactic you have. Because it's not really clear if they mean type as in attack slot, skill slot, etc., or if they mean elements. That's a lame. I kind of wish they would update event stages. Event stages are so lame. A lot of them just feel useless. What if that's anything they'll update in Entropy Effect X? what we know of so far is a new stage, a new boss. Naoto. Naoto is probably going to be a separate DLC character, though, from what I would assume. They said new mind crystals, a new difficulty, and that's all that I can remember. Yeah, a little bit of everything. The main thing, though, will be the full story revamp. I think it's going to be the actual Blazblue writers this time, so everything is going to tie into Blazblue. There's a video from IGN about Naoto, and right at the end of the video, it looked like Naoto maybe had some kind of canceling system similar to S, where you can just cancel into moves real quickly. So that'll be interesting to see. Don't know how it works yet, of course. There we go, this will help a lot too with resetting air attacks. Oh, come on. Come on, please! How many times can I miss it? I don't really think these are worth it right now. My max HP is already down from Black Market, so I don't want to reduce it anymore. And I don't think changing MP for exchange points is worth it at all. Oh, we're not even gonna get Light Spear Icicle by the end, because I probably won't get too many more tactics unless... I don't really want to buy a tactic here. I still might accidentally get one though, because some tactics can be 150 cost. So, never mind. I guess the game heard me about not being able to get it and gave it to me anyways. It's been a long time since I used Light Spear Icicles. I think maybe like the last time I used it might have been on the Archer build for Gen. I can't up attack in midair yet, which is one of the ways of resetting too that I like doing, because it keeps you airborne. Ooh. Dodging the butterflies Oh, man! I thought that was gonna disappear because of the Jin thing. I thought I was safe. That was about to be a perfect ore read, too. I got ripped off. Nah, technically it was my fault, but I'm still saying I got ripped off there. Dodging the top and bottom screen butterflies on S is a little tricky compared to other characters, too. Because S's dash is probably the only one that has horizontal momentum. She kind of goes up and down. So if you mistime your dashes, it's really easy to accidentally get too much height and run into the top ones. Yeah, you can see just how much height you get if you spam it too quickly. I think I probably want to hit like a health room or two, and then maybe kill out the extra bosses before we go into Susano. I don't know if I trust this as a Reki run or not. We'll think about it. If I do Reki and I die to her, I'm not really that upset about it. If I die to Susano, I think that's more of a problem. But if I die to Reki, that's kind of just normal. Elevator non might be a little bit of a pain here, but I do actually have the ability to just iframe on her for most of the time, actually. No, okay. Gawain is not gonna work for that. It moves me around too much. Well, I got the glitch where I'm stuck in midair. Oh, I got it again. This boss is just really good at keeping melees out, unfortunately, on Transcendence. Unless you have a way to just sit on top of her and iframe constantly. Ooh, I wasn't ready for that to split like that. It's not that often I get this far in her phases, either. She usually just dies 10 seconds into the run. Hello Kai, welcome to the stream. Basically what I consider a Reki run is a little bit of, if I have all of the necessary potentials, like my iframes and stuff, and then just how confident I'm feeling too. This run, I definitely have all the potentials I need. It's just I'm not that confident right now, it being the first run of the day. Also, like, there's certain characters where I'm way more likely to play, or where I'm way more comfortable fighting her. Like with Jin, even though I lost when I fought her last time, I was a lot more comfortable fighting her with Jin than someone like Rachel. Rachel I probably just won't do Reki on. I also feel like my damage really shouldn't be that bad playing S with Frostburst, but my damage feels a little low compared to some of the other runs I've done recently. It is Transcendence, though, so my damage really shouldn't feel high. Man, it really feels like I'm I'm hitting way too many times for how low of damage I'm doing. Still got 8 minutes, so we're doing fine on time. Unlike the Jin run, where I just had no time throughout the entire run. Yeah, I feel like they did something at some point where they messed up that stage. Because I don't remember being able to do that a lot of patches ago. At some point, I feel like they made the stage bigger, and then that made it where you could hide under there. Alright, let's go event, exchange, and then end out this run. I think we're just gonna skip Reki and practice the Susanoo fight. Let me see something. Oh no, I can't. I wish I could open up my menu during this. Because I think I need to... Well, it's not gonna let me ascend Frostburst anyways. Yeah, part of the problem with my damage might be Cold Attack and Frostburst aren't upgraded at all. They're both at low tier, but unfortunately it's not going to give me the option. Yeah, I had a feeling that it wasn't possible before. Alright, let's see how this goes. He's moonwalking on me. I can't believe he's aura farming like that. That is really weird. I don't know if he didn't get the guard break status because he was in Jin passive or what happened there. I've never seen that before. Uh-oh. Alright, one page left. And this is the run interface, too. I mean, technically all of them can end the run easily, but this one can just delete the run. I'm never ready for that new attack. They added it later, so it always throws me off. Alright, goodbye. That was way closer than it needed to be. But a win's a win. This is 100 Transcendence, so it's above even regular 100. The HP they have is ridiculous. He has like 500,000 per phase. Alright, give me a quick second to be right back, and then we'll start the next run. Alright, I am back. Next, I think we will probably get Rachel out of the way. I think I want to go for a lightning and ice build. Or a lightning and light build. I think most of what I need is light, though, and I can start with some of the lightning. So we'll run light chance. Yeah, after you beat regular 100, there's another mode called Transcendence that you can activate. Every time you clear a stage, the enemies get harder, and then elite enemies have new attack patterns. So, like, the Susanoo fight is almost completely different in 100 Transcendence compared to regular. Do I really not have? Rachel have what I need? I want Orbiting Lightning Orb and some other stuff, but I'm not seeing them anywhere. Let me think. May go over to another profile then. Yeah, the Susano fight is completely different in Transcendence than it is in regular. Always remember to water your plant, guys. You get -1 damage if your plant is dead. That is not true at all. But I'm going to say it is. We go Miku, Rachel? I normally like the purple effects, but let's go Miku, Rachel. Alright, maybe we don't go... let me see something. Here we go, I think this is one of the things I want. Skill Lightning with Lightning Orb. Whenever our impulses hit an enemy, they spawn a Lightning Orb. And then we want... Dash, Thunderbolt, and Thunderbolt Light Spear. Most of the profiles are copy and pasted from each other, so it's not like all of those are separate individual profiles. They're just copies, and then they've been messed with some from there. But in total, I have over 1,200 hours in the game, and I have 478 videos on my channel, somewhere around 470 last time I looked. So, not all of those were Entropy effect by far, but I made content on this game, I think, for almost a year straight. And with a lot of that stuff being like the detailed guides, that's what really like started to burn me out. I don't mind making the just straight gameplay videos at all, but the guide stuff took a lot of time. And then I ended up like working on the wiki too, on top of that. This one, I'm going for where lightning orbs will be able to be created off of the skill lightning debuff, and then they'll also be able to make... Maybe I should go back and do... I'm trying to think. I need... So what I need to finish this build is I need lightning orbs as the summoner effect. That way lightning orbs can make thunderbolts, which can make light spears. And then for legacy, I need light spears, and for attack, I need light wave. So technically, I do need more light spaces than anything else. But it's more important for me to get lightning early on. You know what the funny part of that is? That, I should actually, I need to remember to go back and pin a comment on that video. Because they finally just removed the mechanic one patch where it stacks. They're like, oh, do we ever fix the text to actually tell people what it does properly? Nah, let's just change the move so it doesn't stack instead. They did apparently buff it, so it doesn't need to stack anymore. It still has damage. But I don't know how the difference is between fully stacked before and with no stacks now. No, your typing is fine. I don't always look at comments right away anyways. I usually look at comments more between combat, so you're fine. I just appreciate having people here to chat with. So there's the light wave that we need. The problem with this build is that it's like, it's really garbage until I get one of the other red effects that I need. Yeah, it still has damage, but it doesn't have the stacking effect like it used to. You can only just ever have one stack now. I guess I could try to do something a little funny with Light Wave, but I need a very specific potential for it, and it's very, very unsafe to do. Yeah, Rachel's a slow starter, so it wasn't the best idea to go for, like, weird gimmicky tactics. I'm just trying not to use the same tactics every run. What? I was in dodge. Don't understand how that hit me. Unless I tried to cancel the dodge with a dash attack, maybe. I do have a habit of doing that. These are all garbage. There we go, orbiting lightning orbs. And then we need to max Thunderbolts, so that's more important than anything else. Okay, so we can do funny light wave stuff with this. But it might get me killed, too. Wait, how do I do this? Oh, this isn't the charged one, never mind. It's a different potential that we need. I don't think it's really... You know what, let's try just a couple times. That's not the right one either. The problem with Rachel is just there's so many potentials in the pool. Little Miss, I think it's 44 potentials. Absolutely ridiculous. If I refresh here, there is a small chance that I get the red tactic. But it is a very small chance. So it's probably not worth it. Alright, this boss fight's gonna be pretty sketchy then, but it should be okay. I don't have the ideal stuff for rods either to make the rods last longer, so we're just kind of raw dogging this fight. At the end of the day, we're still Rachel, and Rachel does Rachel things. I'm going for... So, the lightning orbs will seek enemies independently, and then the lightning orbs will create thunderbolts when they hit, and those thunderbolts will do light spears. The build's close to being put together, but it's not there yet. Okay, let's see. Down, over, down, left, up. They used to be pretty decent at doing these chants, but it's been a while. And these chants are honestly, like, they're not that good unless you have Sylphid, and even with Sylphid, they're not that great. What's the other one? It's just over, up. Oh, up, over, up. Up, over, up. Hang on. Up, over, up, left, down. It's so weird. They made the input to get out of the training room a little bit awkward. You have to hold start now. Look at the enchantation, it's doing so much, I swear. It's doing fuck all, nothing is dying. The one incantation that's actually really good is, well, obviously the invincibility one is good for bossing, but the tornado one you get as the third one is very, very strong. The bats maybe do heal you a bit, but the problem is the bats are just way too spread out to really do anything useful. Are the bats... Yeah, they're healing me for very, very little amounts. But healing is healing, especially in this game. Any healing is nice to have. I always forget that you can chant midair. That was a close one. The bad thing about chanting is that you're very vulnerable. Yes, 15 seconds of invulnerability is very useful for Reki. If you can get the invulnerability chant off before you die. But that's where Jin passive comes in handy. You get Jin passive for like 5 seconds of invulnerability, and then you chant during that time. I think the bats are just kind of better to use than the pumpkins do. The pumpkins probably do a little bit more damage, but the bats give you healing, and they tend to home in a little bit more than the pumpkins do. What's the pumpkin one? It's down, over, down, left, up, okay. Whoa! How much do the pumpkins even do? It did like 300 damage, I think. Not very good. They're taking my light wave procs too. Now, if we get Sylphid, there's a tech we can do with all this stuff, but until then, they're just kinda trash, unfortunately. Oh no, it's not just for you. I really like playing around the chants too. It's just such a shame that the chants aren't better. I also am just trying to use them for a little bit of healing, except I keep doing the wrong chant now. I will always lose runs trying to do stylish stuff over just the boring stuff. There we go. Finally another electricity stage. Now we should get the red tactic and things should pick up. That is... yes. This is going... Oh, what you're talking about is this red tactic right here. When an enemy is inflicted with lightning, a lightning orb is generated that tracks the enemies. So we're gonna have independent tracking orbs that also create light spears and lightning bolts and light spears pretty soon. Upon hitting an enemy, lightning orbs summon thunderbolts. And my thunderbolts summon light spears. So now we have a big chain reaction. You'll see it once a lightning orb hits. See? Now we just have constant we have constant light spears being automatically created for us, both by, wow, that was a really stupid way to take damage, but I thought I was outside of that. Both by the orbs that follow us and the orbs that seek enemies will both do this. It's a really fun build once you get all the stuff put together. It just takes a lot to get going. You can also do the seeking bolts with there's a red tactic that makes the orbs deal more damage and explode. Or you can do it with shadow orbs as well. And now we're gonna get another thing for it to chain react off of. So now upon hitting an enemy, light spears activate light wave too. And we just get this giant chain reaction that's going to screen clear everything that in terms of normal enemies. I don't have to do any inputs in normal rooms anymore. I can just leisurely walk along like this. It is such an insane build. It's perfect for Rachel too, because it's just like a do-nothing build. Ice bolts and holy marks are really fun. I think the problem is you can't stack endless ice spikes because of the slot requirements. Something conflicts there. I think I've wanted to do that as well. But yes, this build is just pure silliness and goofiness. It's one of the strongest builds in the game. It probably is the strongest overall if you want to consider like both boss DPS and regular enemy DPS. And now the light spears are also going to have their own holy lights as well, so they're going to do even more points of damage. The screen is just going to become a pure mess from this point on. Wait, up, up, down, down, left, right, left, right. There we go. Can we kill him before the invincibility runs out? Not quite, but pretty close. Okay, here's the Sylphid that I was talking about earlier. I don't know if I'm gonna like be able to do it actually during boss fights, but there is Sylphid tech that I can at least show off. Oh my god, this would be so good. But there's no way I can give up MP. Maybe we can get it again, but with better obligation. Unfortunately not. This is probably worth it, though. So we're gonna do... We do that, and now we push them to the left. They're not moving as much as I remember them moving. I wonder if they've changed something. Or maybe bats... Maybe, bats don't move as much as pumpkins do. Oh, I need SP again. It'll probably be a little easier to show if I get another potential and I can go into the training room. Okay, yes, pumpkins move way faster than... pumpkins move way faster than bats do. The problem is, everything is dying so fast that I can't get my SP back. I know, we're having real-world problems here. Okay, so here we go. You can group them all into the corner, push them down, and then send them towards the enemy. Or push the enemy into the corner. And you can get max hits off of them that way. The problem is, they just don't do enough damage for this to ever really be worth it. Looks cool, doesn't do a lot. Sylphid can be blown diagonally too, yes. Okay, finally we have the upgrade where rods don't break when lightning is used on them. That's a very, very important thing. I also have a ton of money saved up for some reason. That's weird. I wonder where all this money came from. Some runs I feel like I have no money, and then other runs I have a ton extra for no reason. I know some of it matters, like how many combat stages I'm getting compared to event stages, but there's no reason I should have 1,000 saved up unless I missed an exchange somewhere. Weird. And it does not want to give the charge attack. Hello, Enna. We are doing Broken Rachel right now. With very broken lightning build. I shouldn't have taken that one, that's only 125. So basically, if you're running on real high entropy, and you don't know what to buy out of the shops, the main things you want to look for are 3rd and 4th slot, and 150 cost, because those are HP, MP, or potentials. The one on the far right side will always be a buff, and then the two at the beginning, I think 300 is a mixture, and then 150 could be debuff removal or HP. Do we get George? Yeah, it's Georgian time, I guess. We don't have refreshes anyways. Hello, Reiki. You're not too late. I started late today, just to see if more people would be here later on in the day. This is only my 2nd run of today, so I'll be going for quite a while longer. Yeah, I don't care. Don't care, bitch. I will Konami code right in your face. I am not afraid. Is my thing back up yet? Let's see. Come on, come on. Come on, come back up. I want to kill you in style. Come on! How long does this take to recharge? This is so stupid. Why am I doing this? I'm gonna fucking lose the run for this shit. Oh, it takes so long to recharge. I wanted to kill him with pumpkins, but if you do Konami code, there's like a really long, I think it might be 45-second cooldown. I tried my best to kill him with pumpkins. For me, it is 6:30. Normally, I start at 11, my time zone, but I wanted to see if people were around at different times. Yeah, if I die trying to do something stylish, then that's on me. I'm not gonna be too mad about it. Yeah, it's 6 p.m. here. Pretty late for stacking bonus attack. This, on the other hand, stacks much quicker, and it's just a safety net. Shouldn't be too difficult getting any perfect clears. With this setup. That'll get back all the health I lost to trying to do dumb stuff. Oh my god. Can't see what's going on anymore. All I see are light waves. Hello, Furio. Oh, you're all the way on the complete opposite time zone of me, then. That's interesting. I'm in central US. That hit me? I was clearly way behind him. I guess he does have a bit of a backswing. We should theoretically have infinite MP from this point on, because the Covenant has a chance to restore MP every time I use a skill, and my skill only uses like 30 or something. So I will definitely go for the HP room instead. Oh, these rooms are just pure madness now. I love this build so much. If I had Ragna as a legacy skill, I would almost say we could do this as a meme run, where I beat Reki without moving, but I don't have any way to heal enough during the fight to do that. It is possible to beat Reki without moving, as Rachel, if you have Ragna's second legacy skill to heal off of. Let's get some pumpkins in here. I don't think the pumpkins did anything. Kind of bothers me that they They designed Rachel on having these unique mechanics of her chance and then her Sylphid, but then they made it so weak that it's just not worth even touching. And yet they made the other parts of her kit, the lightning and the rods, so overpowered that you don't even have to think about the game. I wish they would even things out a little bit. Ew. Place mine should be a banned word in my list. Or it should be a banned word in my chat. That thing is disgusting. I've tried so many builds to make place mines work, but they're so bad. The only thing I could kind of make work, or kind of do to make it work, is get the shrapnel and then get the where it explodes into hail as well. I can try to play Hakumen. It's not going to go well. My Hakumen is terrible. Absolutely terrible. So I can't guarantee you it will get past, like, the first section. It's either, like, you get past the first set of potentials you need as Hakumen, and it's just easy game, or you just really struggle early on to the point of where you can't survive. That's how I feel, at least, with Hakumen. It's so awkward trying to get through the early stages with him, with his really low speed, and not having iframes on dashes. Alright. Style time? Oh, I kind of messed it up. I was hoping I could lift Reki into the pumpkins instead of the opposite, putting the pumpkins down on her. Is it back up yet? Yeah. This time, I guess we put the pumpkins up. Push them up, push them over. Do they hit her? Nope. We can hit her with lightning, though. It's a little tricky to do unless I get a Jin passive, but it is possible. Rachel's lightning has infinite vertical range, and Reki is just off-screen. She's not actually... like, invulnerable or anything. Okay, we killed with bats. I mean, more than likely it was the light spheres that killed, but I am saying that I am going to say that the pumpkins killed there. I did successfully push pumpkins into her, and she did die. Those are two true statements. So, she died to pumpkins. Now, Get Orchid is actually a really good command, unlike the other two. And it's kind of sad that I didn't get it for any mobbing stages. I do not remember how to do this command. Up, over, down. Over, up. Okay. Muscle memory will come back to me, probably, after I do it a couple times. Yeah, Hakumen is very OP. He's just not really my playstyle. Which is weird because I love Jin parries, but I just don't like the base speed of Hakumen. Okay, I think we're like good to go on this practice. I say as I immediately forget the command. I want to do a regular room just to show off the tornado command here. I don't even know if the tornado is going to be able to really do much, though, at this point. That was very worth getting hit by a virulent bomb, I swear. I knew the virulent bomb was going to hit me, but I just committed to it anyways. I didn't want to cancel it that far in. I need to remember that I can use it in the air. That would be so much more safe than what I've been doing. Especially, like, there's probably a timing against, Susano. I can get that in. Alright, let's do another stage and try to actually perfect clear it this time. That way I can get my HP back before the boss. Whoa, 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 whoa. Launching myself into a bomb is not the way that I perfect clear this. Wait. This... Oh, the butterfly! No! The butterfly appeared in the same direction I was moving. That's unfortunate. Yeah, you can move the light spears with, you can move the light spears with Sylphid, too. I don't think that's something that ever really comes into play, but it's a possibility, I suppose. It's nice to see people actually praising Mai, because in a majority of people I see call Mai trash, which I don't agree with at all. I don't know if these are really worth it at this point. Yes, Sylphid is moving the light spears. Sylphid, to be fair, Sylphid does move like every single projectile in the game. They went seriously ham with it. I could try to farm more HP and do Reki, I suppose. I really wish I had Bragna for healing. I'm gonna do that. I'm failing these perfect clears. I really should not be failing them with how easy of a time I have. I have this really weird thing with Rachel, where she should be a very passive character, but I want to play her like more aggressively than any character in the game, aside from maybe like Ragna. And then like S I would play more aggressively, but I play Rachel very, very oddly aggressively. Yeah, get tornadoed, idiot. I think Hibiki's really flashy. Hibiki's just a little bit awkward to get into. Especially because his basic skill starts off so terrible. If they would just give him Orbiting Glaive as his default skill, instead of having to roll into it, he would feel so much better as a character. George, I didn't mean to press you. Sucks that we got Floating Mind, because we can't farm more potentials. I think I still... Yeah, I thought I had the upgrade I needed, but it's the middle one that I need here. I still don't have my main DPS upgrade, where the rods don't disappear. So I don't think I can do Reki without that. Unfortunately, we're not gonna get it. We're gonna get George instead. So let's just go Susano. But we can do a free event first, at least. I think Floating Mind is as bad, if not even worse than Reki, almost. Floating Mind just deletes you in Transcendence if you get tagged by lasers for even a little bit too long. I almost went into Reki for some reason. Sometimes I can do Reki, sometimes I can't. It's a 50-50, really. The Mai fight against her, I did so well, though. Proud of that one. One of the problems with Rachel is that Phase 2 of Reki is already really hard to see what's going on, and Rachel makes it infinitely worse to see the game. So it's very difficult to do Reki on top of playing Rachel. What the? Did you just skip a phase? He went into guarding instead of doing his follow-up attack. For the orbs. That's strange. You know what? Have a tornado. Have some pumpkins, too. The pumpkins do no damage! Why do they do 0 damage? It helps if I have something like Skill Frost, but even then, they're so bad. Man, these bosses are tanky, though. I do have 2 revives if I need them. Revives are not very good, though. Oh, get him, George. That was bad. That was bad. That was really, really bad. Please finish him off. I'm hiding up here. I'm scared. We're good. Not even close, baby. I really wish we would get a mind trial for, or a mind challenge for Reki and Susano. That way you could, you could actually practice them properly. Alright, give me a second to be right back, and then we will go down in a blaze of glory as Hakumen. I will tell you, Hazama is a very difficult character to pull off, and he's one that's not that great until you get a lot of potentials with him. So don't be too upset about people with full potentials making him look really cool. Check something. I think a little bit of the game is being cut off, maybe, but I don't think it's enough that it affects anything. Before we move on, can you guys do a favor and type in the command !join? I want to... Actually, wait. Hang on, that might not be the right one. Okay, yes, that is the right one. So just type in !join for me real quick, please. I'm testing out a queuing system for when I do viewer games. Oh, I love the Smash Bros. Theme. Okay, so the join works. We know that much. And then if I do next player, it should go to me. And then if I do next player again, okay, so it doesn't clear me. Oh, you're fine, Nando. I started a bit late today, too. I started about 2 hours ago. Right now I'm just testing out a bot that will let me do viewer games in the future. Okay, so all I have to do is do next player, and then if I do remove player, it should remove that next one. Okay, that'll be easy enough to manage then. I was getting, I was gonna be like pretty overwhelmed with having to manage the viewer queue, but I think this will make it pretty easy to do. We're not doing any viewer games today, but I think we might do it this Saturday. So the problem is, I wanted to do it for a birthday stream, but my birthday falls on a Wednesday, so if I'm gonna do viewer games, I want to do it on the weekend, when the most amount of people are here. Oh my god, if 15 people queue up, it's gonna be a long stream. I'm hoping that people will come by, like, spread out enough that it's not too big of a deal. And, I think what we'll do is, like, Transcendence 80. I mean, not no. We're not doing Transcendence 80. We're doing regular 80 runs. And then that way the runs only take like 20 minutes instead of up to an hour. Hopefully we can get everyone through that way. I think I might go... I think I'm gonna go light build again. I'm just gonna do a different variation of it. I need something early on that can kill enemies for me as Hakumen. Yeah, that's going to be another problem, is I'm in the US. So anyone who is out of the US, the connection is going to be miserable. I've tried it before. We honestly might have to just, like... Some people just might not be able to play, unfortunately, because that's how the servers work. I'm going to be playing a couple more, by the way. We're gonna have a scuffed Hakumen run that I don't think is gonna go on for too long. Who knows, maybe we'll win. But then I also have to do Kokanoe and Bullet to have the whole cast done. For Hakumen, I think anything that just helps clear early game. So like what I like is summon the Ice Spike Mark, Holy Mark, and Stable Mark. It makes the Ice Spikes really strong on their own. But you could do stuff like Fire Spirit Assist with Fire Spirit Detonation. That works really well with his dashes doing attacks. You could do stuff like basically anything with Ice Spikes, anything with Lightning Orbs. And then for characters, it doesn't really matter who you run with him. It's actually bad to run Jin with him, because Hakumen doesn't have any dodge frames. He only has invincibility frames. You cannot proc Jin passive. But Jin is the only one that has the specific tactics that I need, so unfortunately I just have to do it. Yeah, Rend works well with him. Frost works well with him, because his moves already do so much damage. But what I want... I know I can do damage with his moves, as long as I'm able to get potentials. The thing I want is just something to kill enemies for me early on, before I have any potentials. So you can see that these things, whatever the... I can't think of their name all of a sudden. Just pretty much kill enemies for me whenever they're up. They'll get a lot better once I get Freezing Blade as well. Taukaka, my brain is not working anymore. This is what happens when you put me on Hakumen. Everything in my brain just feels wrong, and I don't know how to speak anymore. But anyways, Taukaka's second legacy skill is very, very, very good for melee characters, especially one like Hazama, who has such low range to begin with. Because Taukaka's second legacy skill continuously puts enemies in hit stun. We might have also went healing build. If you pair Taukaka's second legacy skill with Rangna's second legacy skill, it multi-hits so much that you get a ton of healing out of it. Alright, thanks for catching the stream, Furio. I'll see you Saturday then. I'm carried by Jin's legacy too. I will never deny that. I'm heavily carried in this game by excessively abusing invincibility frames and using a Jin slowdown. If the new difficulty mode like removes iframes or something, I'm just completely screwed. So a very, very good tip for Hazama and not Hazama, Hakumen and anyone else that has a really bad air attack, use the action button to kill mid-air enemies. It does damage, so it does enough damage to kill those mid-air enemies without any HP. Otherwise, killing those things are miserable. That's awkward. Oh, so far so good at least. It's not an absolute train wreck where I die before the first boss, at least. Well, I guess I still do have a little bit of time to eat those words, but not much. If I lose my full HP bar right here, I've done something terribly wrong. Whoops. There we go again. I tried to use the dash button to instinctively dodge an attack. I missed the shop! I am so stupid. I'm gonna have no potentials for the boss. I do have additional blinks, so that's kind of one of the main things I need. This is really bad. I don't really have a whole lot of options of what I can even do there. Oh wait, I didn't miss the exchange. I was one off of it. Man, Hakumen is really destroying my brain, apparently. Now kids, this is your brain on Hakumen. This is why you never do Hakumen. We're making him a drug now, apparently. Yeah, I know you need to parry it instead of dodging for Hakumen, but it's just dodging is so ingrained. You cannot dodge, or you cannot parry these grabs, by the way. And it sucks because you don't have a good way to dodge them with his shitty-ass normal dash. Yeah, room 9 is always exchange. I just somehow misunderstood what room I was on. Oh, I moved too early. What is wrong with me? I'm getting, like, nothing back from Ragna healing either, because I don't have... Ragna healing will start kicking in when I have blinks that deal damage multiple times, but Ragna healing kind of sucks on single hit moves, unfortunately. So he might not... Ragna might not even be the best choice for him. There's Jinrai. I honestly kind of want to skip the trial. Just get into my light build faster. Trials are pretty hit and miss anyways. Oh my god. Hakumen trying to outrun the projectile. And then I dash into spikes anyways. I will parry the butterfly. And I will not apologize for it. Let's mixture here just to be safe. That did 20,000 damage? Or was it 2,000? His down attack is doing 20,000 damage already. That's insane. Like, I know he has really high base damages. Oh, that doesn't give a damage number. It was probably like a 2,000 and another damage number close together. Okay, got a couple perfect clears, get HP back up. Mark Flash will help with debuffing a little bit too, so if I do take some random damage, the enemies might miss instead. Yeah, trap damage is weird. Certain traps negate perfect clear and certain traps don't. Oh, my counter ran out right when I tried to use it. Or right when I tried to, like, activate it. That time I just didn't really have anything to do about it, unless I parried again. Oh, and I can't parry from behind. That doesn't work. I don't like this layout. Being stuck in this tiny hallway without an invincibility to get past, or without an invincible dash to get past the butterflies, and then having to deal with these mobs on top of that. No tactics, no potentials, I would probably run Icy. It's because she has the best moveset for it, I think. Icy or Lambda. The problem with Lambda is going to be with bosses. Lambda can fight normal enemies really, really well without any potentials or tactics. But bosses, it's pretty painful. Oh, the bug enemies in stage 2 don't... Huh. I wonder if those are coded as trap damage, since it uses the same poison. It would be funny if you take additional damage from those guys, because of trap damage settings. Man, look at the amazing build I've got set up with three red tactics that all look the exact same. They really got a whole lot of leverage out of that icon, didn't they? Fuck you, Worm. I hate you. Tactics are carrying me right now, by the way. They're so strong for this early on. I'm getting so many tactics. I'm almost full tactic build, and it's stage 2. Well, into stage 2, but still. I have 3 potentials! What the fuck is going on? This boss fight's not gonna be fun. Especially if it's, well, if it's tree, it's probably fine. I need to not take this one, because it covers up something else that I need. Do I need to finish Light Wave? Or Light Spear Light Wave? Yes. Okay, please give me some potentials. I need I have no money! Why do I have no money? I don't understand. I did so many combat rooms. Where is my money, game? I have fewer rewards, but that shouldn't reduce that much money. What is wrong with this run? I have 3 potentials at the second boss fight, but I have almost maxed tactics. Oh, here we go. Oh, awkward. doesn't reach? I floated a little too high, I guess. Okay. Random ass perfect clear. I'll take it, I guess. I would much rather fight Tree than I would fight the stupid sand lizard thing. When he's doing the grounded moves, you just have to jump on the rocks. I don't know if you're talking about a different one though. But sometimes the rocks have, it feels like the rocks have like RNG on how long they last, and sometimes it's just like you get bad cycles. Oh man. Most of my damage is skill damage. But am I just completely screwing myself over if I do this? I have the tactic damage. This... it's either a really bad idea or it's really going to be a payoff. Because, like, all of my boss damage comes from skills anyways, and... For normal enemy rooms, the tactics can probably just kill when I'm not using skills. If I get my up plus skill input as well, then I can use that to clear out enemies easily. My normal attacks are doing 6 damage. That's how dumb this debuff is. Even Hakumen's doing single digit damage. Personally, I think they should buff Bullet, because she's clearly too weak. Buff Bullet, nerf Hakumen. Give Rachel more iframes while you're at it. They should also nerf Hibiki. He's too powerful. Now watch someone, like, clip that out of context and be like, this streamer has shit opinions. Everybody cancel him. When do you think we hit the Blazblue Entropy Effect drama arcs? Maybe when the new people come in from Entropy Effect X? No, I don't have to parry in the air. It's only grounded attacks, not skills. There's a specific difference in these covenants. It'll either say ground attack damage or ground skill damage. Or air, of course. But just saying attack damage doesn't mean any attacks. It means literally just things that use the attack button that don't cost MP. Oh, that would have been a bad parry, so I'm glad he got kicked off the edge like Sparta. That parry would have put me right into poison. Look at my 6 damage, hell yeah. I do a whole 13 with my down air. more iframes, I will take it. I'd rather have triple dash, but... What is wrong with my income, though? Let's see. I have 147 right now. There must be a bug. I got like 20 from that room. I wonder if there's a bug with fewer rewards where it doesn't get removed properly or something. Because usually, even if you're not getting exchange spaces, you're getting a decent amount of rewards. I got like 20 that room. Bullet is just straight Unga Bunga character. It's really, really hard to mess up Bullet. I say before, like, I play Bullet next run and somehow lose. I think I'm gonna refresh for probably like triple dash or more blink upgrades. Or I could do funny Shippu. Funny Shippu is nice as well. I didn't know I had a metal song in this list. This is kind of how I feel right now playing Hakumen, though. What is this even from? It's from Jekt? It's the Jekt theme from Final Fantasy, maybe? Huh. I think I'm gonna probably go ahead and skip that one, because I don't know how much other people enjoy Screamo. Triple Dash! Hello! My friend. Ugh, pain. I don't do damage. I just have to wait for my ice spikes to come back up. Well, we're already at the next boss. This run is actually, like, it's going fast and it's going smooth so far. Well, I mean, I don't think you would call the second boss fight fast by any means. But, it went perfectly. It was a perfect clear. Now I guess I'll just get my one item from the shop. My broke-ass Hakumen can't afford a watch. almost had the perfect for most of the run. Then I messed it up here. How much does this heal? Not much. That is the answer. Ragna Second Legacy might not be the way to go on Hakumen, to be perfectly honest. There we go, I intimidated him to death. I blocked in his face, and he said, I could activate the counter, or I could counter your counter by just dying and deny you the satisfaction. Maybe I just hard reroll now. Longer dash distance is nice, but there we go. I need the multiple damage on blinks, otherwise I don't do very much damage. Black market's probably a bad thing. A little bit because I like the extra HP buffer, but my Covenant is based on my max HP. It's honestly not a whole lot of extra damage I'm getting, though. Well, I mean, 180 is not bad. Let's see. If it's the black market that gives me HP stacking, then it's definitely worth it. Oh, hello. Now I just need to play properly for more than 3 rooms. I should have taken tactic damage, actually. Tactic damage probably would have been so much better. Oh well. All we gotta do is get more than 3 perfect clears, and then we're net positive. In a area that has like 8 rooms to go through, so should be pretty decent odds, even with my Hakumen gameplay. Hakumen is just a ball of slime now, yes. I wonder what Hun Hun means. If it's, like, actually means something in Japanese or Chinese. Or if it's just a random weird translation. Oh, I knew that was gonna make me take damage, but I did it anyways. We have, like, all of the random bullshit go debuffs. Afterlife bombs and intermittent thunder. I kind of want my up plus skill potentials, but I won't be too picky about it now. Did its blinks always go that far? I know I got an upgrade where they go farther, but they seem like they go way farther than I remember. Hit me! Oh, my light spears can cancel their attack animations when I'm trying to block them sometimes. Which is interesting. Where did Arakune get the name Roy from? I've never heard that before, but I don't know like late Blazblue lore or knowledge too much. I just always played the games and enjoyed the characters. Oh man. Please, Hakumen, get your fat ass up there. I will 100% blame the character instead of my bad platforming. Right. I forgot my auto attacks do no damage. So what do I feel like there was something different that I want. That's not Light Spear Flash. Wait, Flash Light Spear. That goes to skill. Oh, I can't even get that one. But I can get Flash Light Spear. These things are too similar. One of them is when Flash makes Light Spear, or when Flash appears, fire a Light Spear at it. And then the other one is that Light Spears make Flash themselves. This one I was supposed to get a long time ago, because it makes automatic flashes that are coming off of our holy marks make light spears. Oh, I didn't know that, I didn't know Roy worked with, or I didn't know Arakune was a scientist that worked with Kokonoe. That's interesting. Ow. Alright. One more stage, and then the shop, and then we got like 2 more bosses left, and I can be done with this run. This run isn't like it's going a lot better than I thought it would, and it's not as painful as I made that out to be, but I am ready to be done with this character, if I'm being perfectly honest. Yeah, I've heard a couple things about like how insanely complicated and convoluted the Blazblue story is. I know some of like Hazama and Terumi's lore because I like Hazama as a character. My HP is so low. Maybe I can try to heal a bit of HP off of Susano right at the beginning with Ragna Legacy. And no, I can't SP skill. I feel like trying to like perfect clear a bunch of rooms to heal is kind of a lost cause. Maybe I get a discounted heal here for cheap enough that I can buy it. I think it should be costing 15. Nope. Alright, well, we'll see what we can do. Look at my potential count. 3, 6, 9, 10, 11, 12. I got, like, no potentials this run. Normally I should have at least, like, 15 at this point. I'm wasting all my MP, because I'm trying to SP skill, and I don't have SP. I did get a bit of a heal, though, so... He's dead? That's Hakumen damage for you, I guess. Oh, I thought he was dead for some reason. I wasn't looking at his HP. I thought that looks too similar to the animation of when he does the space ending thing. Now he's dead. And Hakumen, or Ragna Legacy is still ticking down. Come on, there we go. I had to SP skill him for the kill. Yeah, so Ragna's second legacy skill can work as a healing thing for Hakumen, but it's a lot harder to make work than other characters. That being said, it might have actually been enough to save me that fight. I don't know if I actually took much damage that fight, but if I did, the healing probably saved me, since I went in at really low HP. Really surprised that run went basically flawlessly. Aside from me, like, not getting potentials, a lot of times when I try to play Hakumen, I just die in, like, Area 1 before I get to the first boss, or somewhere early on in the run. Izanami got teased in the Naoto trailer. I think she is going to be a new boss, but we don't have any confirmation on it. Right at the end of the Naoto trailer, she shows up in, like, her own arena, kind of like how Susano has his. So I'm fairly sure that she will show up as a boss. Alright, I think I have it in me to do maybe one more run. We will miss out on Kokonoe, but that's not a big deal. I did play Kokonoe yesterday on stream in non-Transcendence, so I did get to play her at least. I would much rather play Bullet right now than Kokonoe. And for Bullet, we have to go Fire. It's just too thematic for her. Fire burn tactics also increase the output of her heat-up potentials too. So going for burning tactics on her is never a bad idea. Yeah, this looks good. I kind of do need to do another Hazama run, because I accidentally turned off Transcendent difficulty when I did my last Hazama run. But I don't have time for it today, unfortunately. I had to start a little bit late because of an appointment that I had to take. But I think next time... I think when we do the stream on Saturday, I'm going back to the 11 o'clock starting time. I know some people can't get there quite that early, but the stream did better when I started at that time. It's kind of hard to tell though if people are just kind of less interested in the streams or if it's the starting time. So we'll still check on that as things go. I'm also, like, not sure still how hard it is to get monetized on Twitch compared to staying on YouTube. I don't know which one's the better option. The nice thing with YouTube is that I'm already monetized, and when I stream on YouTube, they're automatically saved as videos, so people can watch them. People can watch them later on if they want to. Whereas if I switch to Twitch, then I have to figure out how to, like, either I would have to record them probably as I'm streaming and then upload them later. And uploading like 3 to 5 hour clips is going to take forever. So what do we... Oh, we're going for Fire. Don't need any of this. I've been going ice, or I've been going light build so much that I'm so used to just picking ice. Yeah, and then Twitch limits how much you can save at a time. Doing multi-streaming would be the best option, but I don't think my internet is capable of it. So I don't know, it's hard to say. I think Twitch is better to, like, grow a streaming audience, but it's hard when my whole audience is on YouTube already. I think most of the people that see the streams are probably people that are already subscribed and are just browsing YouTube and see that I'm streaming. I'm not gonna lie, I kind of forgot what Bullet does, because she kind of just, a lot of her kit is just kind of a blur together. Like, it's just variations of different throws. And then lock on as well. I know there is a certain potential that I need before the boss fight, which is, being able to have explosions when an enemy can't be grabbed. That's where my boss damage comes from. There we go, finally we're getting some fire stages. Or maybe I skipped some by a muscle memory. What is going on? It's not letting me heat up. It's canceling it. There we go. Is it if I... No, I don't know how. It was starting the heat up animation, but then canceling it with a dash. I don't know why. I thought maybe it was because I had like a diagonal on my inputs, but it wasn't. I think if I am going to switch over to Twitch, doing it like right when Entropy X comes out is probably the best idea. I will have the most competition at that time, but the most people will be looking at Twitch is the thing. And I think probably if I want to keep growing as a streamer instead of just a content creator, then Twitch is probably the better long-term thing, especially if I'm ever going to do variety. Because the problem I have right now with YouTube is that if I try to stream any variety, or even like upload clips, or upload gameplay, variety just does not do very well. Whereas Twitch, there will always be people searching for the category of some game, even if it's not many people. I guess I shouldn't necessarily say there will always be people, but there will generally be at least one or two people that are searching for games. Heat up makes certain attacks do burn damage over time, which is very, very powerful. It's the only damage over time mechanic in the game that's actually strong. It is not giving me the passive I need, though. There we go. When hitting a grab immune enemy, performs an explosion attack. That's the main way you deal damage to bosses. I don't want triple dash, but here we go. Well, in heated, I guess you need an extra passive for it. It used to be bugged for the longest time, where you could apply the burn debuff without being in heat up. But the passive really stacks high after you do it a couple times, and will do a lot of damage over time. Like, it's already ticking for 180 right now. Now it's up to 300 per hit. That hit me. I was so high up. Yeah, that'd be the best option, is do the streams on Twitch most of the time, and then occasionally, if I find real good builds again, upload them. The problem is I've done basically every build possible in the game that's viable. So unless they really rebalance some stuff, there's not a whole lot I can do. Or put out some new tactics, that type of thing. Which is part of the reason why, like, I don't really see a point in doing YouTube videos anymore. I've covered so much at this point, aside from just, like, I could make detailed guides on every character like I made for Jin, but there's not really that much mechanics in depth to go through with characters, with other characters. With other characters, it's mostly about just, like, which potentials you find the best, and taking them in which order, which is something that's subjective. Trying to explain, like, potentials in this game is also just a nightmare. Because potentials have so many moving parts to them. So many, like, individual parts to them. You can't just tell someone, like, here's the character's combo string like you would in a fighting game. You have to tell them each individual piece of the puzzle that they need to get somehow. I never really found a good way to give, like, a full guide on characters because of that. Yeah, you're not wrong about the Ragna gameplay. There are, like, I like Devoured by Darkness spam too, but it's not as good as Dead Spike shenanigans. Yeah, the problem with that is just that I have to set up my uh I have to set up my streaming so it records at the same time, and that takes up a lot of disk space if I'm doing like 5-hour streams consistently. I don't have the disk space for that right now. I think Baldur's Gate is legitimately taking like a third of my disk space right now. It is ridiculous how much space that game takes up. So yeah, I mentioned this before, but upgrades for dash burn, like durable burn, means that my heat up burn effect will now do it'll last 3 seconds longer and deal more damage at the same time, which is really huge because the heat up effect stacks. This makes it so much easier to keep it stacked. Yeah, fingers crossed for when I make it and start making the real money. The couple of videos that I post around Entropy Effects X's launch should make a decent... Well, when I say decent, I mean they may make like $5, depending on how well they do. Or anywhere from like $2 to $5, I would say. And that's only like the first 2 videos that are really hype. Like the first Naoto videos that maybe get like over 1,000 views. Actually, they probably don't even make $5. They probably make like 2. Generally, it's like, on a really rough scale, it's like 1,000 viewers is like $1. It's not much. It depends on, like, some videos just make more money than others. Even if the watch time is better on one than others, it doesn't really make a whole lot of sense. Hello, Trilly. Next update is going to be a new stage, a new boss, and a full revamp to the story. And then also a new character, Naoto, is coming. But Naoto will most likely be a separate DLC. We don't know yet if for PC, if you'll have to pay for the Entropy Effect X update with like the new story and stuff. But we know the update is coming to PC. The story right now, I don't even remember the story. It's pretty unnotable in my opinion. But the story is being written by actual Blazblue writers. They're actually recognizing it as a full Blazblue game, from what I have heard. I don't think anything's been too confirmed with that though. So like take it with a grain of salt. If they were going to patch out Lightwave Spread, I feel like they would have maybe done it by now. I don't know why Lightwave Spread is the way it is. but it clearly does not do what it says it does. I don't have triple dash. That is a little Oh, not having triple dash is really bad against this boss fight. Did that? It looked like the pillars killed the butterfly. That's weird. I don't know if I've ever seen that interaction before. Oh, I missed. Now he immediately goes back again? Thanks, dude. I'm Ren debuffed again. I killed myself! That was a weird interaction. So what happened is that my bullet's skill, when she does the grab, moves her up into the air slightly. And when Serpent hits you with certain attacks, he puts a rend debuff on you. So before I was able to get the invulnerability frames from my skill, the rend killed me because my my grab caused me to move. That's kind of fucked up, man. That is probably the dumbest way I've died in this game, ever. There really aren't that many dumb ways to die in this, but that is a very unique one. Alright, well, I'm getting a headache and I need to eat, so unfortunately that's gonna be a very lackluster last run to end out on, but it is going to have to be my last run. Thank you guys all for showing up. I had a lot of fun chatting with you guys as always, and then thanks for helping me check out the bot for next time. I will see you guys. So I'll have an announcement about it, but the viewer stream where I play with people will be Saturday, starting at 11 p.m. or yeah, 11 a.m. I mean Central Time, Central U.S. time, and I'll go as long as I can. That way, people that are in other time zones can hopefully get in towards the end of the stream. Anyways, I will see you guys later. Have a good night, and